Page 48, my fifth. With this lesson, you're covering an interval of a fifth. As far as I'm concerned, I've already covered all the intervals. You know how to figure them out. It doesn't matter what it is. However, let's look at fifth. Fifth is similar to a third in that both notes are on spaces or both notes are on lines. Except with a fifth, you have a space or a line in between. Look at the examples at the top of the page. They have a C and a G. Well, that's a fifth, because if you count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's an interval of a fifth. And you'll notice both notes are in spaces, and there is a space in between them. That's how you can recognize them in music. It helps in reading music when you can see these patterns. We're just giving you bits and pieces here. And eventually we're going to put the bits and pieces together, and it'll start to make a little more sense, I hope. As far as Beethoven goes, my fifth here, that's a little misleading. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony is a very famous symphony. That's why my fifth, you think of fifth, you think of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. However, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony doesn't have anything to do with an interval of a fifth. That's actually more of an interval of a third, but we won't get into that. I'll go through the process for learning a piece of music. I look it over, I see it's 2 lines long, treble and bass clef, 3/4 time signature now, and the right hand's playing the first line, the left hand's playing the second. I see quarter notes, half notes, and dotted half notes. We've had all this before. So take a first line, right hand, make sure we have the notes and rhythms. Now, if the notes are a problem, forget the rhythm. Just concentrate on the notes. It's like here, thumb on C here, middle C, and the hands here, and it's just think of these. After you get the notes, then you can go back and put in the counting, the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Left hand, well, the left hand's the same as the right, sort of. You're here. Except at the end, you end on a C, and the right hand ended on a D. That's the only difference. Now, I'd say put the hands together at this point, but you're only playing one hand at a time. And the counting, you're only counting at first to get the rhythm. Once you know what the rhythm is and you can do it, you don't count it anymore. At that point, you start feeling the rhythm. So that half note, you feel that's 2. That pulse is going through you, and you can feel 2 pulses. You don't have to count them. Make sure there's no hesitations anywhere. And then I put in the articulation, which they don't show any here. But I might think of each line as a musical sentence, a thought. Here, that's one sentence, one thought. And then the second line is another musical thought. It's like a statement reply. First line was a statement or a question. The second line was a reply. Yeah, we use our imaginations in music. It tends to help understand some of the things that are going on. The point is, at the end of the first line here, when I go to the second line here, I'm not going to connect those notes. No, I'm going to lift up. So there's a little bit of silence between them. It's like taking a breath. Between sentences, there's a little pause or something here, but we don't pause the beat. We simply lift up, cut the note a little bit short. And then here, so I just lift it up here to go on. That's all. And once I have that, then I think about the dynamics. P at the beginning is piano for soft. You have to decide what soft is. Soft, whatever you think soft, it's just kind of light. Be light. In the second line, you don't need the P, because the P in the first line carries it through. However, the last 2 measures, you see the F? And the F could be in between the stabs. It doesn't have to be down below. That's loud. So the last 2 measures are going to be loud. So the last line is soft. Now, it's loud there. And by the way, this is similar to the musical theme or melody that's in Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. So they kind of put it together. It's not exactly there. It should be that. Is what it should be, but that's okay. They tell you in the words, Beethoven's fifth is only a third. I already told you that. Now, once you have all that, then we think about the speed. And seriously is not a speed, it's a mood. But again, a lot of times in music, they don't tell you the speed, they tell you the mood, because it's up to you to interpret the music. If you're going to be serious about this, how fast would you go? Well, it depends on how much of a hurry you are while you're being serious, I guess. That's just a nice moderate in-between speed. Don't copy me, please. That's just one way of doing it. Maybe I'll do a little faster, a little slower. You can do something with the natural accents. Remember that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Give that 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I forced it there so you could hear it better, but you really just feel this 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 as you go through it. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and softs, just the notes and the rhythms. So I'll give us 3 counts. The idea is to check your notes. Are you playing the same note I'm playing at the same time I'm playing it? It's all. 1, ready, go.